Greetings and salutations, all my friends and family, fans and followers of the Zita Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you for joining us here for episode 85, The Revolution. I'm always and forever your host with the most from the east to the west coast, baby, like peanut butter on your breakfast toast. Emperor Zita, coming to you from the greatest place in the world, continuously under construction, Fortress of Solitude here in Etobicoke, Ontario, Canada. So this week, first off, I want to send our condolences to Pete Harris's family. He is a Toronto legend, very well known in the comic book community, and a very old customer at Excalibur. So check out Comic Book Day this week for Rob and Fred sending their condolences as well. On a bit of a more cheerful note, we went down to see Santa Claus this week, so we have some footage of that all throughout the show. And Empress Magz has her very last At Home with Baby update, where she totally bashes me and makes fun of me. So you should definitely check it out. Anyways, that is enough from me. Let's get on with the show. Rock and roll, baby! Here we go.
Pulling himself up quite constantly, almost all the time. I pick himself up, take little side steps, one more, and he's supposed to be walking soon. Yay. Word-wise, we have okay, hi, rating, go, 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 good, num, num, yum, love this one. We had an accident today, compliments of Big Sister Katherine. She was running at the stroller outside the house and managed to knock the stroller over sideways, and they went flying with the stroller onto the grass, and his head caught the bush on the walkway. Today was a trial run for hubby because I go back to work on Monday. Leave him to supervise the kids, and what happened? Not even the first day back. And he already lets an accident happen. Nice job. I gotta go back to work on Monday. In 2 days. Anyway, I'm gonna miss the kids, but I'm not gonna miss diapers for 8 hours. That's for sure. It'll be like a nice little mini vacation going to work. And once we're out, street closes and I'm not here at the house. Leave my hubby's home. Like a big kid. There's my third kid right there.
Never go. You make me shimmer and shake. Standing up, getting irate. I got my head on top of the shit. Never go. I won't take me home tonight.
Like Raw and SmackDown are both getting worse and worse and worse. And next week's Raw looks like it's going to be even worse because it's the Slammies. It's going to be wasted awards for stuff that WWE is going to set up anyway. Really not happy with the Authority storyline. I don't like that they have Triple H and Stephanie McMahon at the forefront of the storylines. I want Vince back.
You can see me.
It's true, it is true. The unification match is on for TLC, and I just got a feeling lately with all the screwy finishes that John Cena and Randy Orton are still going to both walk out as champion. Why give a match away like that on a TLC pay-per-view when you can do it at WrestleMania? God, don't let Randy Orton be champion. I know everybody's sick of John Cena as champion too, but John Cena would make a great champion. At least he deserves to be the first man to unify the titles since Jericho.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
So apparently, the Wyatts are trying to recruit Daniel Bryan into the family. Well, that makes sense. That all have the Duck Dynasty beards. Daniel Bryan does look like he lives in a swamp in a shack, so it fits well with Wyatt and Harper and Rowan. Why do I have a very uneasy feeling that this is going to culminate in a beard versus beard match?
It's closer time!
CM Punk? His future's not looking much brighter. Apparently not. He's not feuding with the Wyatts anymore, and he's going to be feuding with the Shield, as he and Daniel Bryan have 3-on-1 handicap matches at TLC. The Shield are still interesting, I guess. I just want to see CM Punk win so they can really build him up. Could you imagine a 60-man Iron Man match between CM Punk and Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania?
Woo, woo, woo! You know it.
So once again, this week, no Zack Ryder on Raw, no Zack Ryder on SmackDown, or on Main Event, or on Superstars. And it doesn't bode well for next week with the Slammies coming.
I am serious, bro!
He could win a Slammy for least amount of airtime. I'm not going to rant and rave anymore, at least not this week, about why Zack Ryder should be pushed. I've said it enough times. I'm just going to sit and wait until his contract goes up, and then he can go down to TNA and really make something of himself. TNA, the only place for second-hand wrestlers. Man, do I miss the true Long Island story.
Right here. Hi! I'm thinking Camaro! A flying horse. Got it. Put the ice in here. You have to, because it's an ice cream in the test. Definitionally, because I love him. Oh, no, give it me! Did you have it in your nose, Epic? Oh, look at Santa. Santa is at Square One. At Norfolk Road. Not at Target. A skewer. A Johnny Testament. Maybe he will make them. I love you, Santa. Santa! He writes me on my nice list. On his nice list. Because I behave. I'm going to behave every day. And not run off. Christmas Eve, Christmas, and Happy New Year.
Hello people, it's comic book day. That's right, it's comic book day. We're here at Kipling Station, me and my little prince. Catherine's at school, Magz is hanging out at home, and we're headed down to Excalibur Comics. We can go see the Prophet and the Expert, find out what they have to say today. Maybe Paul will be there, which would be really cool, because then we'll get to see part 3 of the Marvel DC debate. So, we will see you soon, people. See you soon, people. So we're back down here at Excalibur Comics where the paint job is done. Love the bat signal. That looks wicked. So like I said, we're back down here. We're going upstairs to talk to Fred and Rob and see if maybe Paul's going to show up today. Debate Fred a little bit more. I love it when Paul's here. Anyways, we're headed upstairs, going up, that's right, the Steps of Doom. Steps of Doom. So we're going to head inside and see what Rob and Fred have to say today. Check out the rest of the boys and just hang out and have some fun. See you guys upstairs.
This is Excalibur Comics, 3030 Bloor Street West, upstairs above the Kingsway Theater.
Okay, Fred?
This week I wanted to speak about a person that's probably not very well known, but still nevertheless known in the circles in Toronto. I'm referring to Pete Harris. Pete used to work for the Globe and Mail and then for the Toronto Star, one of the writers for that but he also was a big fan of comics and movies and stuff. Back in the early 70s, he was the editor of the Captain George Whiz Bang, a publication that basically glorified comic books and such. So I just wanted to begin bring up the fact that he was a pretty good guy, and that he had a sense of love for comic books, movies, and a lot of other things as well, but appreciation for the pulp, the movies and comics of the old style. Unfortunately, when he died on November 30th, it kind of turned out about people's hearts, especially my good friend Don Hutchison. So I just want to say a little tribute to the man. I know a number of people have passed away recently as well, but I just like to try to take the time to say, you know, again, a very decent person Pete Harris was. But that's what the thing about him is he was a very honest and decent person. And for the most part, he will be missed by his friends and family. So rest in peace, Pete Harris. Okay.
Yeah, well, we'll start off with some of my favorite books. Superior Spider-Man, there's an interesting storyline happening with that, and basically it's a change of pace in comics. So all I can say is that this is leading up to Goblin Nation, which is going to be starting up soon, and what we have is basically the end of Venom as we know it, which is happening in the comic book. So I would recommend you pick up this. Again, I'm not so crazy about the artwork as I am. I do like the writing. So Superior Spider-Man 23. And another book which of course I always like and continue to do, and that is Iron Man. It's well written by Gary and Gillen. Bennett, again, nice artwork on this. Iron Man has been one of my favorites for a long, long time. He's one of my favorite characters. So I've enjoyed him throughout the years. So I recommend Iron Man 19, the nice thing drawn. And the other thing I also recommend is you pick up Inhumanity, which basically is starting off with the Inhumanity series. A lot of interesting stuff is going to be happening. Now that the Infinity miniseries is over and done with, this is the start of something new with the Marvel. Let's see if it goes anywhere or it stops, but right now it looks kind of interesting. So, Fearless Defenders, Dead issue 12. Good riddance. I don't praise up Marvel all the time, do I? The thing about it was basically Valkyrie and a lot of the female superheroes. Well, as much as you eat weasels and Marvel like to push these books, you got to realize something. A lot of them do not have a big following. So when you have an all-female cast of the Defenders, ain't gonna work, guys. The other one is that I'm semi-recommending, but I'm not a big fan. Greg Park's work on Superman Action. Again, I love Greg Park's artwork. I say his writing, but the artist, Aaron Cooter, whatever, not one of my favorites. So, guys, for a $3.99 book, come on, you can do better than that, especially with the action. Come on. You went from Grant Morrison. You should have some another good artist, writer and artist working on this book. And I got a good writer, I'll give you that, but you need a good artist. And if you guys think this is great stuff, you know, what are you smoking? Let's not forget, from Image, Blue Baker, and that thing, Velvet. Now, again, it ain't Captain America, but what's nice about it is that they're working on a good spy series and stuff. I would recommend you at least take a look at this. Ed Brubaker, one of my favorite writers. So guys, come on, you know, give it a shot. Hey, it's $2.99. Book that always should be mentioning, and that's Dark Horse Hellboy, #5. Now, it's going to be probably a while before you see Hellboy 6 or 7. But Hellboy in Hell, again, Mike Mignola, beautiful writing, and the guy can draw. And simplistic artwork, but very well done. Okay, and that's it.
I want to say our condolences on Excalibur to our customer friend Pete Harris. He's a great guy, very down to earth. We're going to miss him and all the memories of his friends and family. I'm sure we're going to miss him too. But take heart. They say life is energy, and energy cannot be destroyed. So through our memories and this energy life force, it's probably off to a better and more wonderful world than the world we live in. Anyways, energy never dies. Your memories are with us. Okay, you heard Nazi guy named Goering, the propaganda guy. He says, anytime we want to start a war, we just tell the people the other country shot at us. And everybody will take arms and go to war without checking any proof of what that's evident in, I guess, Vietnam War when they claimed the North Koreans shot at the U.S. U-boats, and they never did. And they started the Vietnam War that way. World War II, same thing with Hitler. He said the Poles shot at the Germans, and he invaded Poland after that lie as well. Even Hitler said, the bigger the lie, the more people would believe it. When the Nazis moved to America and they created the CIA, half of them were former Nazi SS officers. Head of the CIA director was a guy named Casey. He said that when the CIA's job is complete, it'll be when all the American citizens will believe in things that are totally false. And that's seemed to be one of the prime directives of the CIA, is to bring out so much propaganda or stories, but everybody would believe it. And that's what he was quoted saying. So you hear stuff like Boston bombing, Sandy Hook, 9/11, all those things seem to be more like propaganda and wag the dog scenario. People are told these so-called news, which are not news but propagated propaganda. Egypt, where most people can't even afford a smartphone, they were communicating by Twitter and all that stuff to overthrow a government, and the president who gets $2 billion in arms from the United States, and only 5,000 of the people in the square was able to overthrow Mubarak when there was like 84 million people in Egypt. Just 5,000 people overthrew the whole government. So it's very hard to believe these things. But 80% of people who look at the media or read the papers, they tend to believe everything they hear or read. So therefore, you can fool most of the people. It goes back to the history of the Nazis. It's all propaganda, North Korea, Nazi Germany, even America. They all have their propaganda, and their citizens believe the propaganda.
Well, that's it. It's done. So ends the 85th edition of the Zita Nation. Thank you for joining us here for another episode of The Revolution, and come back next week for a brand new episode right here on YouTube. Go back and check out all of my other episodes right here on YouTube, and subscribe to my channel, one word, Emperor Zita, right here on YouTube. Pick up your Drop Dead Pinups Electric Night CD. Check them out on iTunes. Follow them on Twitter for all the news about their brand new album at Drop Dead Pinups. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Emperor Zita. So head down to Excalibur Comics for all of your comic book, conspiracy theory, and holiday shopping needs. And enough is enough. It is time for a change.